Good evening, I'm Myron Alston. Coming up in the newscast, an update on campus events and Artist Harvest on Main Street.
And I'm Jeff DePalma with an update on KU football and soccer. We also have Diana Minogue with the Kutztown weather forecast. Newsbreak begins now.
Children are allowed to stay on their parents' health insurance plan until the age of 26. Those who are unable to obtain other insurance are now able to get Obamacare. The website has been up and running for a few days now, but some consumers who have been buying their own insurance are getting cancellation notices and offers for insurance at dramatically higher rates. There are a few reasons causing this quarrel. The Affordable Care Act sets minimum standards for benefits. This includes mental health and substance abuse treatment, maternity care, prescription drugs, and rehabilitative care, which were not included in many of the old plans. Also, insurance companies are required to take all comers regardless of their health status. And so rates are rising to cover their costs as well. On Friday, October 4th, the American Red Cross held a blood drive at Kutztown University's rec center. Many students came out to donate, and eligible students were able to give a double red cell donation. Snacks were provided as usual. If you missed it this time around, you can look for another blood drive this February. You ever given blood?
Actually, yeah, I have. It's a great feeling helping someone that will need it. And you know what? I even plan on giving blood next time around.
We'll be right back after these messages.
You're gonna go this way. Stop yet. Whoa. No, I don't want to hear it. Okay, well, hear this right now. I'm gonna go your hip. Stop. Okay, don't argue. I'm gonna show you some real music. Okay. This is fantastic.
I know,
your feminine side, which, yeah.
I don't have a feminine side. It's outrageous. Stop arguing, you nincompoops. Aren't you three supposed to be promoting the show you idiots were blabbering about before? I suppose I'll just handle it myself. Mic Check is a half-hour-long program showcasing local music talents based in and around the Lehigh Valley. Featured bands perform live music and are interviewed. How was that? You think you could have done better? Mic Check. Airing Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and Fridays at 1 p.m.
Fall is here, everyone. Let's see some more news about the weather with Diana.
Good evening, Kutztown. I'm Diana Minogue. After yesterday's chaotic monsoon of a rainstorm, this week looks like it's going to be a lot nicer. Today we had a high of 64 and some sun. Tonight it will be a little bit cloudy with a low of 45 degrees. And tomorrow we have a high of 64 and a low of 45. So it's going to be about starting those autumnal chills, but you just need a light coat for right now. So let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. It looks like it's going to start raining later this weekend, unfortunately. On Thursday, it'll be cloudy and rainy with a high of 55, low of 52 degrees. On Friday, it will be slightly sunnier, slightly warmer at a high of 57 and a low of 46 degrees. Saturday, still rainy with a high of 64 and a low of 48 degrees. On Sunday, it looks like it'll clear up rain-wise, but still be a little bit cloudy. You'll have a high of 63 degrees, low of 46, and Monday, a little bit more sun with a high of 65 degrees and a low of 43. So grab your raincoats and your umbrellas, but don't worry, the rain will come away and the sun will come again. All right, now back to the news.
Students, grab your suits, ties, and elegant dresses because the Job and Internship Fair is tomorrow, October 9th. The program will start at 11 o'clock a.m. and will run until 2 o'clock p.m. in the multipurpose room located in the Student Union building. Be sure to bring at least 10 copies of your resume and cover letters. There are over 50 employers attending, so make sure that you log on to the Career Development Center's website and get a head start on your specific field. Good luck. This past Friday was Artist Harvest on Main Street of Kutztown. 20 businesses sponsored 26 artists to display their artwork for patrons. The first Friday of November will feature a mobile printer. Next year's events will center around chocolate. Now time for what's happening around the campus. There's a debate on national security as privacy rights versus privacy rights that will take place at 4:30 p.m. in the MSU 183. The Bears Den Gallery is showing photography by Jessica Ginn, also known as Mama's Girl, until October 11th. If you love your body, trust and believe that you are not alone. The Women's Center is hosting a Love Your Body Day on October 17th from 10 o'clock a.m. until 5 o'clock p.m. in the multipurpose room. There will be free chocolate, food, yoga, massages, henna, alba emoting, and more. For more details, be sure to check out the information board next to the information desk in the McFarland Student Union building.
Coming up on KU Sports, find out which teams were hot and which ones were not.
Be sure to tune in Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. to catch co-hosts Devin Raventoss and Eddie Rishit as they travel around the Berks County and Lehigh Valley area, exploring some great places to visit. Camera One re-airs Wednesdays at 7:30 and Fridays at 12:30. Don't miss it!
Choose Kutztown University.
This past weekend, the Kutztown football team took on Slippery Rock University, and despite all their efforts, things did not go their way. They ended up losing the game with a final score of 58-10. Things didn't go right for the Golden Bears, giving up the first points to Slippery Rock in the first 24 seconds of the game. Slippery Rock would go on to score 2 touchdowns on the first 3 possessions and rolled over the Kutztown defense, topping the 50-point mark for the 4th time this season. After trailing, Kutztown was forced to throw the ball, and quarterback Alec Warner would go 14 for 39 for 181 yards. However, he would go on to throw 3 interceptions before being benched in favor of Josh Luckenbach, who would not fare any better, going 8 for 15 for 76 yards and 2 interceptions. The top receiver for Kutztown would be junior Brett Fox, hauling in 5 receptions for 99 yards, with his longest catch of the day going for 41 yards. Kutztown couldn't seem to find its running game yet again, rushing for a total of 5 yards on 24 rushing attempts. They were only able to gain a measly 0.2 yards a rush attempt. The defense tried to stay aggressive, causing 3 fumbles and recovering 2 of them. The leader on defense was junior Sam Dixon-Duggan, who led the team in tackles for the 3rd time this season, finishing with 10 tackles, 1 sack, and a forced fumble. As of now, the Golden Bears sit with an 0-5 record and will continue to look for their first win at home this weekend when they take on Cheney University at 105. The girls' tennis team took on Edinburgh University only to fall to them by the score of 7-2. The Golden Bears were only able to win a match in singles and doubles competition. In singles play, senior Tori Zander went 3 sets. After losing the first set, 7-5, Zander rebounded to win the second and the third sets by the final score of 6-2. In doubles play, sophomore Chelsea Davis and freshman Alyssa Konis teamed up to win a close match with a score of 9-7. This loss drops the Golden Bears to 0-3 on the season. However, they will continue to look for their first win of the season in their next match Friday when they take on LaSalle at home at 3 o'clock. The field hockey team picked up the win this past weekend with a 5-4 game against 10th-ranked Mercyhurst University. The story of this game was Kutztown senior Jamie Koenig, who recorded her first career hat trick with one of those goals being the game winner. This was a well-played game by Kutztown, who would be fighting from behind for most of the game. After starting the game down, losing 0-2, they came back to score 2 goals late in the first half to tie the game up at 2-2. Later in the game, Kutztown was trailing 4-3, and in the final 15 minutes when sophomore Aaron Danner scored the game-tying, and then the game-winning goal was scored just 54 seconds later when Koenig scored her 3rd goal of the day. On the other end of the ball, sophomore goalkeeper Kayla Denlinger made 7 saves in the final minutes to clinch the win for Kutztown. The field hockey team will look to continue its winning ways when it travels to Bloomsburg on Saturday to take on the Huskies at 1 o'clock. The girls' soccer team extends their winning streak to 6 this past weekend with their shutout win over Lock Haven. Kutztown outshot Lock Haven 20-8 and scored its first goal in the 31st minute when sophomore Diana Malenga scored her first goal of the season. The next goal would come when sophomore Logan Kramer scored on a goal 12 yards out to the upper corner of the goal. Already with the multi-goal lead, the offense still didn't let up when the team's leading scorer, junior Sam Costello, scored her 4th goal of the year on a shot 10 yards out. Costello would finish this game with 2 assists and a goal of her own, earning herself the PSAC Athlete of the Week. With this win, Kutztown remains tied with the California University of Pennsylvania atop the PSAC standings. Kutztown will look to continue its winning streak this Saturday when they travel to take on Mansfield University at 1:30. You can go to kubears.com if you want to see more news and stats for all of the Kutztown athletics.
Now, that's all we have for you tonight. We'll see you again on Thursday.
For Myron, Diana, and the rest of the crew, good night.
Good night.
I think that went pretty well.
Yeah.
I think that did.
I think it was better if you learned how to say my name. How do you